Welcome back to Finance Academy, where we break down complex money matters in simple steps you can put into action today. Have you ever watched your paycheck disappear too quickly and wondered where all your hard-earned cash went? You're not alone. In this video, I'm sharing 10 powerful budgeting hacks you wish you'd known years ago. These strategies have helped thousands of people regain control over their finances, reduce stress, and reach their goals faster. Stick around until the end, because I'll also share a simple challenge you can start right now to kickstart your journey toward financial freedom. Hack number 1 is all about mindset. The moment your income hits your account, you need to treat your savings as a non-negotiable expense. This is the pay yourself first principle, and it works because you never get tempted by money you never see. Imagine you receive your salary and 2 transfers happen right away. One to your checking account for bills and essentials, and one to your designated savings or investment account. Even if it's a modest 5 or 10% of your income, automating this transfer ensures you build a habit of saving before any spending occurs. Over time, that small percentage compounds into a substantial safety net, whether it's for an emergency fund, retirement, or a down payment on a home. The psychological benefit is huge because you no longer feel deprived. As soon as you get paid, you know exactly what belongs to your future self and what you have left for today. Hack number 2 invites you to embrace a clear framework called the 50-30-20 rule. Under this system, 50% of your after-tax income goes to necessities: housing, utilities, groceries, transportation, insurance. 30% is reserved for your wants: dining out, hobbies, subscriptions, entertainment. 20% is allocated to savings and debt repayment. The real power of this rule lies in its simplicity. It provides guardrails that let you enjoy life today without sacrificing tomorrow. If you notice you're overspending in the 30% category, you either need to cut back on those discretionary costs or reallocate from your wants into your needs or savings. This framework also adapts well if your income fluctuates, because you're always recalculating based on the same percentages. No more guessing whether you can afford that new streaming service or extra gym membership. Everything is accounted for in advance. Hack number 3 is to utilize what's known as the envelope system, but with a modern twist. In the old days, you'd carry physical envelopes stuffed with cash for each spending category. Today, you can set up multiple checking or prepaid debit accounts, each labeled for a specific budget category: groceries, gas, dining out, personal care, gifts, and so on. When your paycheck arrives, distribute the exact amount you've budgeted into each account. When an account runs dry, you know you've hit your limit. This method prevents budget creep because you can't accidentally dip into money designated for other purposes. It's a highly visual system. If you see 0 in your dining out account, you won't try to spend more on restaurants this month. You'll find other ways to socialize or cook at home until next month's allocation kicks in. Hack number 4 urges you to automate more than just savings transfers. You should automate bill payments too. Late fees and interest charges can silently erode your budget. By scheduling every recurring expense, utilities, phone, internet, insurance, minimum credit card payments, you ensure nothing is forgotten. You can set a reminder 5 days before each payment in case you need to top up an account, but let the actual transaction happen automatically. You'll sleep better knowing you're never one overdraft fee away from a financial headache. And if you ever decide to negotiate a lower rate on any subscription or service, you won't risk forgetting to make the payment afterward. Hack number 5 is tracking every expense, and this one requires honesty and attention. Even small purchases add up: a daily coffee habit, a midweek rideshare, paper towels from the supermarket. Use a budgeting app that links directly to your accounts and tags transactions, or keep a simple digital spreadsheet where you log every purchase by category. At the end of each week, review your spending categories and ask yourself whether each purchase aligned with your values and goals. Did that coffee bring you real enjoyment, or was it just a caffeine-driven habit? This practice does 2 things. First, it holds you accountable to your budget, and second, it surfaces patterns that can point to hidden savings. You might discover you're spending more on streaming services than you realized, or that impulse buys at checkout lines cost you a surprising amount every month. Hack number 6 reminds you that an emergency fund isn't optional, it's foundational. Aim to save at least 3 months' worth of essential living expenses in an easily accessible account. For those in less stable careers or with variable income, 5 to 6 months is even better. This fund is strictly for true emergencies, job loss, unexpected medical bills, urgent home or car repairs. When you have this cushion, you're free from relying on credit cards or loans that come with high interest rates. You can sleep easier knowing an unforeseen expense won't derail your entire budget. And once your emergency fund is fully stocked, you can redirect those contributions toward higher return investments or other long-term goals. Hack number 7 teaches that your budget should never be set and forget. Circumstances change. Raises, promotions, interest rate hikes, family additions, new hobbies, and your budget needs to adapt. Set a recurring appointment every month to review your budget. Compare your forecasted spending with your actual spending. Adjust categories as needed and refine your savings targets. Treat this session like a business meeting with your money. Bring your statements, your goals, and your questions. If you notice you consistently underspend in one category, you can shift that surplus into a more pressing goal. If you're overspending elsewhere, you can identify strategies to trim costs. Regular review turns budgeting from a one-time chore into an ongoing habit that keeps your financial plan dynamic and accurate. Hack number 8 is about goal setting, but not just any goal setting, smart goal setting. That means every financial target you create must be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Rather than saying, I want to save more, set a goal like, I will save $1,200 for a vacation in 12 months by transferring $100 on the first of each month. By defining the exact amount, deadline, and method, you create a roadmap for success. You'll know precisely how much to allocate from each paycheck, and you can track your progress visually, whether in a spreadsheet, app, or even a progress bar graphic on your phone. Smart goals reduce ambiguity, drive motivation, and make it easier to celebrate milestones along the way. Hack number 9 focuses on distinguishing needs from wants. Needs are non-negotiables: food, shelter, transportation, healthcare, while wants are everything else that adds comfort or pleasure. When budgeting, prioritize funding for your needs first, then allocate for wants, and finally for savings or debt repayment. A common mistake is mixing the categories and expecting to fund everything equally. This often leads to overspending on wants and shortchanging essentials or savings. When you create clear lines between needs and wants, you can make conscious decisions about trade-offs. Is that new gadget worth sacrificing a dinner out, or would you rather redirect that money toward your travel fund? This clarity helps you live intentionally instead of reacting to sales pitches or impulsive desires. Hack number 10 might sound simple, but it's surprisingly overlooked. Celebrate small wins. Budgeting can feel restrictive, so it's essential to acknowledge progress. Did you hit your weekly no-spend goal? Did you avoid using a credit card for a month? Did you negotiate a lower rate on your phone bill? Celebrate these achievements in a modest, budget-friendly way. Maybe a homemade treat, a free movie night at home, or a walk in the park. These small rewards release dopamine and reinforce positive financial behaviors, making you more likely to stick with your plan. Over time, these micro-celebrations build confidence and transform budgeting from a chore into an empowering practice. Now that you know these 10 budgeting hacks, here's your challenge. Choose one hack to implement this week. Maybe it's automating your savings transfer, setting up the envelope accounts, or writing down every expense for 7 days straight. Comment below which hack you're committing to, and I'll personally check in on you next week. If you found value in these strategies, give the video a thumbs up and share it with someone who's ready to take control of their finances. And don't forget to subscribe to Finance Academy and hit the notification bell so you never miss actionable tips that make a real difference in your wallet. Your journey to financial freedom starts with a single step. Pick your hack, commit to it for 1 week, and watch how small changes compound into big results. Thanks for watching Finance Academy. I'll see you in the next video with more tools to help you build the life and wealth you deserve.